Greetings, people. Nice to see you again. Welcome if you're here for the first time. Today, I have new glasses on, and it was one of those things where I thought I lost the pair that I had been wearing. So I got these, which I'm really happy with, but then the others turned up again, but that's great. I was ready for the next evolution. So here's to honoring the process. Today's theme is sports. I'm going to use an essential oil called cypress. Most of us have probably heard of the cypress tree. It's in the pine family. Am I talking really loud? You're all the way over there. This is really good to help support circulation and blood flow. And so that's why we're using it for this sports episode. We're going to do a little more upbeat work. You don't need any special equipment. But just to start, put your feet underneath your hips. Notice the angle of your toes. If one side is turned out, make them parallel. And go ahead and inhale. And then just bring your arms down to your side. Nice exhale, relaxing everything in the body. If you have a tweak or a tightness or a twinge, work it out. Inhale. Breathing in that cypress if you have it. If not, just do the breath work with us. Exhale. Looking down to the ground. One more time. Inhale, arms up to face. Hands up to face. Inhale. Look up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale. Just let your eyes gaze slowly towards the ground, taking in as much or as little of that trajectory as possible. One more time, I want us to notice our eye work before we dive right in. Why? Because in sports, we use vision a lot. In everything we do, we use vision. So notice, look down towards the ground, just let everything else be relaxed, and trace a line into the distance, up the wall, or into, off into the horizon, and then up towards the sky or the ceiling, whatever is above you. And then stay at the top. See if you can tilt a little further back. Don't do this if it hurts your neck. Did your knees tighten? Did your legs tighten? Try and keep everything else soft. And then again, trace the line back down the wall. Notice what you notice. Are you skipping spots? Are you jumping? Try and take it all in. All right. Step a little bit wider. Turn the feet out slightly. And then we're going to just start to twist at the waist. Let the arms hang. Let them tap your body lightly and lovingly. And find out where your breath is. Can you inhale a little bit deeper? Can you twist a little bit more or bend the knees a little bit more? You might, if you're lucky, get an adjustment of your vertebrae or in your hip. I just got my greater trochanter. Little adjustment there. And then we're going to roll at the wrists a little bit faster than we normally do. Work the arms up towards the ceiling. Wrist, 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 wrist. And then stretching opposite sides. I'm not just reaching with my fingertips. I'm stretching the whole side of my body. If you're doing it well, you can feel the stretch more or less down to your feet. Feet are grounded, feet are parallel. Stretching the sides, twisting. Keep the arms up. Bend the knees slightly, support the low back. And then bring the arms down slowly but surely like a corkscrew. And then let them just dangle. We're going to bring our knees up. So don't hike the hips. Try and keep your hips the same height. And then bringing up the knees. The feet are pointed. It's like a prancing, like horses do. Male horses, female horses, all the horses. Okay? Knees up. So my knee isn't tight in. I'm not flexing my knee all the way in. I have it wide a little bit, the angle of the knee. Placing that foot down, my toes are pointed. Probably already working up some heat in the body. That's a good thing. Now we're going to jump a little bit. Okay? If you have tenderness or discomfort or whatever, modify this so that it works for you. Go slower, go wider. Try and do it softly, okay? Like a deer prancing. We're just gonna open and close our legs. Opening all the way up from the hip. Breathing. Getting our heart rate up. That cypress is supporting our circulation. Okay, so we're opening and closing with the legs. We're gonna do something similar with the arms. So bring that to a close, and then just open, close the arms. You'll notice I'm not coming all the way in, and I'm not coming way, way out. We're not doing this right now. I don't wanna compromise my vertebrae, so I'm keeping this core solid. And then breathing. Open, close. Breathe. Having the arms up changes the direction of blood flow and fluid flow, lymphatic flow, etc. The lymph comes down. That's good. We want that. We have lymph nodes under our armpits. We're going to cross and bring the knee to the elbow. Elbow to the knee. Okay? Arms are soft. I'm maintaining the angle of my elbow. You can see that. And it's similar to when we were bringing our legs up, but there's a slight cross in the body. Where's your breath? This is the most active we've been. Welcome to active. How does it feel? If you're not going at my pace, go at your pace. 100% okay. Not only okay, but encouraged. And then bring that to a close, softly, stopping. We're gonna keep moving here. Hands on hips, we're gonna roll down and roll up. Notice where your vision goes. Rolling down. Slight bend in the knee, reach for the floor, exhale. Inhale, rolling up, let the arms drape like elephant trunks, and then bring them up towards the ceiling, reaching gently, arching the back slightly. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. And go as far as you can. Exhale. Roll up. So softly, we're still encouraging circulation. Just by the very nature that we are moving with gravity, we are moving the fluids in our body. And then last time, coming up, and just leave the arms where they are. Walk the feet underneath you. We're gonna do a little bit with balance. Lean over to your left. Find stability and grounding here. I'm not hiking. Keep your hips parallel. Reach up with your right. And then bring your your right knee to meet your right hand. And then tap the toe, reach for the ceiling, and again. So you're tapping the knee and then tapping the toe on the floor. Tap the knee with the hand, toe on the floor. Knee, toe. If you can't bring your knee up this high, then guess what? Keep your hand lower and just tap that way. Move back so you can definitely see me. Okay? Tapping. Go at your pace. Try and challenge yourself a little, whether with speed or balance. I'm gripping the floor with my other foot to keep me grounded. And then slow that down and stop. Bring the left foot and the right foot together. We're going to do the other side. Leaning over. Find stability in the new side. Raising the opposite arm. And then bring that other leg out. And bring the hand to the knee. And then toe to the floor. Again, yours may look different than mine. Where are your hips in space? Try and keep them parallel. This is working coordination. This is working both sides of the brain. Working cardio, pulmonary, cardiovascular, lymphatic. We're doing all the things, guys, gals. We're doing it. All right, shake that out. Hands on hips, shake it out. All of that hip raising is engaging the muscles in here. hip flexors. Okay, there's also lymphatic here, inguinal nodes. We're gonna move around in an oval, stretching it out. So stretch forward. Pretend like you're a mixer in a mixing bowl. Okay, you're that metal beater thing that goes around the outside. Food processor, whatever, a bread hook. Go the other way. How's your breath? Heart rate is up. Maybe you're sweating. Lucky you. Okay, bring the feet together. I'm turning to the side so you can see this. So if I was pitching my pelvis anterior, I would like stretch my belly button out, and that shortens my lumbar spine. And then posterior, I'm tipping my belly button in and back and lengthening my low back. So we want somewhere in the middle. We don't want it to be overly crunched, and we definitely don't want like that. So find a happy medium, okay? And then we're gonna do something with a little bit of sound, but first I'm gonna just show you the movement. So my feet are parallel, hips width distance. I have my pelvis in a stable place. So it's stabilizing the rest of my body so that I can move freely and balanced. So start by just shaking your arms, swinging them, and then swing them a little bit bigger, up. Again, if you have limited range of motion, do what you can do. Don't get stuck in feeling bad for yourself. Dive into your own body sensation and find out what's there. Now do one arm. You can probably go much higher with just one side, noticing that. How interesting. And then bring that down, we'll do the other side. Just the natural swing, right? It's an undulation, it's like a pendulum. So I'm not efforting through this. Could I effort? Sure, I could send my arm all the way back, but we're not doing that. Okay, back to both arms. Stop at the top, straighten the legs, inhale, and then we're gonna swing our torso and our arms down and back on the exhale. Inhale up, reach, exhale down, swing. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Your squat can be as low or as shallow as you want. Sit back into your heels. Add a sound on the exhale. We're gonna say ha. Inhale, ha. Ha. Good for the pulmonary. Ha. For the lungs. Ha. 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 3 more. Ha. 2. Ha. Last one. Ha. Okay. And then come up. If that was weird, oh well, you survived. So when you do a ha, 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 if you put your hand on your xiphoid, just under your xiphoid process, right where the ribs have the bone end here in the middle, and you say ha, ha, you find that the muscles here engage. Ha, ha, okay? Solar plexus area. Great. Okay. Let's work on balance a little bit again, as well as stretching. We're going to stretch the hamstrings. Everybody's favorite, okay? But we've opened things up. We've stretched a little bit, so they're warming up. This won't be as bad as you think. All right, I'll stand facing you. Stability and grounding on one side. Come up on the toes of the other. If you don't have a ton of flexibility here or you have limitations, get a towel or a cloth or a scarf, a shirt, and hold that under your leg. If you can reach for your leg, reach for your leg. Then reach for outside of the knee. Again, if this hurts the knee, keep a cloth under there and just pull the cloth in more deeply. And then bring that hip down, pull that hip down so you still are long and tall in the torso, in the upper body. Then we're gonna work our way down towards our ankle. Any amount. Can you reach under the foot? If not, that's okay. Follow as best you can. And then making sure the standing leg is straight, okay? Straighten that bent leg. Inhaling here. How are those hamstrings? You need more flex, pull your toes back towards your nose. You need less, point your toes away from you and bend your knee. One more breath cycle here. Can you bring the shoulders down the back? Inhale, and then slowly curl the arms back. We're gonna go in reverse, bring the knee in, grab underneath the thigh, and place that foot back down. If you fell out once, twice, 5 times, that's fine. Just work with it, keep going. The more you do this, the more your muscles remember, the more your brain develops the neural pathways, and then it becomes easier and easier. Other side, leaning over, find stability, find groundedness, find root to rise. I talk about that in some of my other videos. Find your breath, and then slowly bring that knee up. Grab underneath the thigh, interlace the fingers, bring the shoulders down, pull that hip down. How's your feet? You can give your ankle a little roll if you want to. Breathing. As you're able, reach for the front of your knee with both hands. Pull that knee in. Keep that hip pulling down. And breathe. As you're ready, creep the arms down towards the ankle and underneath the foot. Interlace. Keep the standing leg engaged and lengthened straight. Okay, if you're wobbly, don't go on to this next bit. If you can, extend the leg. Stretching the hamstrings. Good morning. Okay, more stretch, toes towards the nose, less, toes away from you, bend the knee. Wherever you are, it's good. Breathe, 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 breathe. The body can endure a whole lot if we keep moving breath through it. Okay, and crawling back, hands in front of the knees, hands under the thigh, and foot to the ground. Why can I do that? Because of my standing side. Because I have this side engaged, so I can do all sorts of funky things with the other side. You have to remain grounded on the side that's connected to the earth. Okay, water break. How's that cypress working? If you'd like to get some for yourself, contact me. Okay, bring the arms down to the side. A few more things. We're gonna do a couple roll downs, and I really want us to stretch each vertebra of the spine. So if I'm doing a roll down, the goal isn't just to be folded in half, it's to lengthen all along the way. Make sense? Okay, feet or hips width distance parallel. Inhale at the top. We're going slowly. And exhale, chin to chest. So don't move your whole body at once, just little bits, starting at the top. Begin to pull in your ribs, roll your shoulders, rounding, and let your arms hang like elephant trunks. Again, pull the abs in as you begin to reach the arms slowly towards the ground, allowing stretching and increased length of your back. Okay, if your hamstrings are screaming, then make sure your knees are bent and don't worry about going any further at this time. But believe it or not, there is a lot of range of motion in just lengthening our vertebra without even worrying about what your hamstrings are doing. So yes, when you get all the way down, your hamstrings are definitely stretching. You're getting a stretch all along the back side of the body, the dorsals. Inhale, and just exhale. Close your eyes for a second, just tuning out the visual world for a moment here. We're done with our sports. Great job. Inhaling. And exhale, folding forward. And then begin a slow roll up. Feeling stability in the feet and the legs. Feeling grounded. Feeling stretched and lubricated, right? If our body is a super highway, we had lots of crisscrossing, we had lots of traffic, we had lots of stoplights, we had highways. We did it all today. Thank you for joining. I will see you next time. Take care. Good night.